Come in.
Hi, Sam Smith.
How you doing?
Robert Gardner, how are
Nice
you
to
doing
meet
today?
How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. Well, I'm surprised. I actually was expecting someone a little bit more senior level and everything, So, hope you've got something good to bring to the table.
Yeah, so what exactly is your concern about my experience?
I think this is a big deal for us, and there's a lot of investment in the product and everything. I just wanted someone with a little bit more experience that maybe could give me some ideas that they've used with other companies possibly.
Yeah, so actually I brought a few testimonials for you just so you could look them over and get an idea of what Gardner can do as a company, but also my abilities and what I've been able to do to help companies.
Great. Okay. Well, this will help out a lot. I appreciate that.
Yeah, does that clear up that concern for you?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, perfect. Well, first I wanted to start off by talking about that customer notification system that you invented.
Okay.
Yeah, so I actually have a personal story with that. My grandma lives out in Arizona, and I'm always worried about her because I can't help her as much, her being so far away. But with that notification system, we got an alert that a storm was coming, and she was able to get to a shelter because of it. So
wow.
I wanted to thank you for that, and hopefully Gardner can help you find the next innovative product like that.
Hope so.
Well, anyway, with that being said, I'd like to move on to the next part of the meeting and just kind of get an idea of where your company's at and see how Gardner can help you, and then see what the next steps are in this relationship.
I'll be honest with you. I just like to see how Gardner really can help me and everything like that. My time's precious and everything, and if you can just lay out there exactly what you've got for me, that would be great.
Yeah, of course. That's exactly what we're planning on doing this
Fantastic.
Okay, so firstly, I want to ask you really quickly, what criteria do you look for when adopting a new product?
I want something that's reliable. Quality is going to be really important. Service. So, you've got issues and things that come up in random times of the day or hour or night or anything like that. I want to have someone that is going to be there to be able to help us through the problems.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than having an issue and just not being able to get hold of someone. I mean, that's killer, and that's just something where we just, we won't really continue business.
Yeah, and like you said, that's just a lot of lost time.
It is.
Very necessary.
It is.
Okay, and then who are your decision makers in your company?
So, there's a couple of us, but at the end of the day, like I said before and stuff, I just really would like to hear what you've got, for us, what you can offer and everything like that. And if we like what we hear and everything, we can go through the decision-making process with you, okay?
Yeah, of course. That's perfectly fine. And then how long does it normally take to adopt a new product?
So, to adopt it varies, no products are the same or anything, there's different variables for each, and putting a time frame on it, I think would be unfair to everybody.
Yeah, of course, that's perfectly fine, and we'll see where this relationship goes and how that works exactly.
Okay.
Then I wanted to ask you, have you invested in any new digital initiatives and utilities?
In my time here and everything, in a short time, I'm kind of feeling a little bit under the weather, but just, I think that it would be things that maybe we really got into and everything were more, I'm not feeling too well. Anyways, what was your question?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll be all right.
All right. My question was, have you invested in any new digital initiatives and utilities?
Digital initiatives. That's right. I'm sorry. So, recently, we brought on a few folks and everything to talk about, solar and where we're going with that and everything.
Okay.
Wave of the future kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
We've got systems and, CRMs and things like that we're really looking into as well.
So those CRMs, have you had any difficulty in finding one that fits your company?
No, I think we're still kind of in the process of looking through different options all the way around.
Yeah.
So again, it would be challenging for me or difficult for me to say exactly one that we've kind of like honed in on or anything like that. But there's a few on the table.
And with that, have you lost any money trying to search for that, or just not having the right system?
I think it's a cost to do business, right? I think there's things that, you just kind of know that I wouldn't say a loss of money, but it's just going to be something that, you're going to have to spend money on. You got to, spend money to make money kind of thing, right?
Yeah, of course. You want it to be spent efficiently.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And then if Gardner could help you find that CRM product, would that be something that you're interested in?
It could be in everything. So, but I'd really like to hear exactly what your thoughts are on everything. I'm sure you've done your research on the company and everything. So just, what do you think we need to do?
So what exactly are you wondering about what Gardner can do for you?
Well, it sounds like, are you finding are you the third person who's basically going to find out all these companies for me and everything? I mean, what do you do for me that I couldn't just go out and like look through the stuff myself?
Yeah, so first I have a little bit of a visual to tell you a little bit about
Great.
Gartner. We work with 75% of the global 500,
Okay.
so we work with some of the top companies, and many of them we even help to get there.
Okay.
So we have some of the best research and advice, and we also give consulting, so we help guide you through the process so that you can find the product that best suits your needs and also understand how to efficiently use that product.
Oh, okay. So you kind of act as like my guide through the entire process and tell me exactly who I should use for what my problems are, right?
Well, so we'll give you the tools to determine yourself who you want to use,
Mm-hmm.
but we won't necessarily pick the product for you. We'll let you know, hey, this is what you're looking for. I think that these companies would suit your
So
needs.
give me like a top 3 or a top 5 or anything like that, and
Yeah, and we'll give you all that
a
research.
breakdown and research and everything, and it'll be up to my decision, right?
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
up to you finally to decide which one best fits your needs, but we would help you understand which one does.
So do these companies pay you or anything like that to recommend their products? Are they on just on a list of preferred vendors or anything like that?
No, so all of our research is actually unbiased. No one can pay us to
Okay.
be one of the companies that we suggest, but we look at companies based on how developed they are and also understanding where you are
Okay.
at a current time so that we can find which company suits your growth goals.
Okay. Okay.
Does that make you feel more comfortable?
Yeah,
about
absolutely. That sounds great.
That? Okay, perfect. So then we were talking about the CRM a little. Next, I want to ask you, how do you optimize existing operational processes?
So, I mean, to get specific, I mean, I don't really want to go into exactly what we're doing and everything. I think that's that's private information for the company and everything. But
Yeah.
we do look at things on a regular basis. We're always looking for ways to improve. So it could be anywhere from quarterly and with some things to annually with some other things. That we're really taking a hard look at stuff. And talking to people like yourself to see exactly where there's improvements have been made.
Okay, so have you lost any money with those processes, or how has that been going overall?
I think we've lost a little bit, here and there.
Mhm.
We can't really take many losses or anything, or it's my job and everything. So
Yeah, exactly.
I try to be as focused on that as I can to make sure that we don't have any slip ups.
Yeah, I completely understand that. And then, have you been utilizing AI intelligence and analytics?
Definitely, but definitely analytics.
Okay.
AI intelligence and everything I think is something that's just kind of happened like organically and naturally through time.
Yeah.
But the analytics piece and everything is a big part of what we do and everything, and it's something that we like to utilize whenever we're thinking about decision making process and big buys.
Okay, and with those analytics, have you ever had a difficult time analyzing them and understanding exactly what they mean?
From time to time, I think we've had our challenges and everything where we've got a bucket of information and figuring out exactly how we can utilize it and effectively read the data so we can make some changes to the company.
Okay, and with those choices that you've been making, would you say that you've lost any time or money with that?
Yes and no. I think we definitely have lost money recently. I think that's why you're here and everything.
Mhm.
So to take a look at some new ideas. So yeah, I mean, in the short term, we definitely probably had a little bit more loss than we normally expect.
Of course, if Gartner is that something that you'd be interested in?
Absolutely. If I can get money back in my pocket, I'm always interested in that. It
Hard
makes
to
my
say
job.
that
It
too.
makes my job that much easier, right?
Of course.
So.
Okay, and then are you looking into any cloud services?
Yes. I think that cloud is something that we've talked about for a long time, and I mean if that's something that you guys can offer, I'd be really anxious to talk about it.
Yeah, perfect. We can definitely discuss that further. So, would you say that you've been having any trouble in finding that cloud information?
I think that I think we haven't talked to anyone specifically about it, so there's obviously more things out there to really learn about.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say difficult. I just think that we just really haven't really dug into it as much as we need to.
Yeah, I completely understand that. So, would you say that if you weren't able to find the right cloud service, how do you think that would negatively affect your company?
It would definitely have a negative impact, I think, moving forward, because I think that's where everyone's going if they're not there yet. So we could have some issues and everything. Again, we go back to what I said in the beginning and stuff, where service is going to be important. That probably is where some of the things we're holding back on. Just make sure we find the right company that's going to provide the service that we need.
Okay. And then if Gardner can help you find that, is that something that you'd like to discuss?
Yeah, definitely like to discuss it and everything, again, whatever you can bring to the table. I'm anxious to hear what you got to bring to the table for us.
Yeah, of course. So we talked about the CRM, the analytics, and the cloud service, and just exactly why you need those things. So I'm going to give you a quick product presentation.
Sounds great.
Just to see if Gardner is a good fit for you.
Okay.
So first we talked about the CRM option, and I think for that, it would probably be best to look at the Gartner hype cycle. So with the hype cycle, we take companies that have gone through the initial hype of when they become popular, and they go through a stage where they kind of struggle and they don't have all the kinks worked out yet.
Okay.
And so we wait till after that stage to where they do fix those, and then we match you with a company that is in a better situation.
Okay.
So that you don't lose money with the CRM that you invest in because of issues.
Sure.
So is that something that you could see your company implementing?
Yeah, possibly and everything, but I think it's like I think what we talked about before is understanding exactly why you're going to want to use this, why you think. I'd like to know what the background is on it and everything, because it just sounds like you're making the decision for what it is and not myself.
Okay, so we also have our Magic Quadrant, and our Magic Quadrant is where we pair you with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we pair you with companies based on where you want to grow and what their growth goals are. So we just find the one that best fits your situation.
Okay. Yeah, the research is really important. Understand exactly why that's the recommendation that you want. So I would make sure you include that in anything that you pitch.
Okay, perfect. So I'll make sure to talk about that more. Then also with analytics, you said that there's some challenges at times and that you lost some money recently. Is that true?
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, so we actually have benchmark analytics. So we compare where your money is going to where everyone else in the industry is going. And so we make sure that you're spending your money efficiently and using those data points to put money back in your pocket.
Okay. Okay.
So is that a product that you could see being helpful?
It sounds like it could be helpful for sure.
Okay. So then nextly, you talked about finding the right cloud service. So with that, we have also the Magic Quadrant is an area where we talk about which cloud service would best suit your needs so that you can develop that more and really be saving that money on the back end.
Okay. Okay. Looks like it's very familiar.
Okay. So do you have any questions with that and concerns?
No, just the only questions I got is just, I think a full report would be good and everything to send my way.
Okay, yeah, I can definitely ship that over to you through email, and you can look it over in further detail and then get back to me on that.
Okay.
So we talked about the CRM option and how we could use the Magic Quadrant to help you find the best one for you. We also talked about analytics and which benchmark analytics could really help you use those data points efficiently. And finally, we talked about cloud services and finding the right one.
Sure.
Is there anything that I missed or that you would like me to touch on further?
I think you covered just about everything that I can think of right now, but things come up, so it could be something later on down the line that I might tap you on the shoulder for.
Yeah, I completely understand. I would love to set up a second meeting next Tuesday or Thursday at 10 just to discuss more in a little bit of detail the product itself.
I think if you flip me the research, there's a lot to think about and a lot to go over and everything. So I think looking at that and everything, and then if I have any questions, I can get back with you.
Okay, so is there any reason that's stopping you from moving forward?
I think the only thing is just seeing, me analyzing the data, just seeing what you've got, what the proposals are and everything, before I really make a decision, or I don't want to waste your time.
No, of course. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time at all. Just discussing this further to see if it's a good fit. Would you be willing to open or to set up that meeting a different day, maybe Monday or Wednesday at 10?
And we need to make it tentative and everything. We'll have to see where things are going and everything. I want to look over everything in the research and stuff and see if it makes sense for us.
Okay, well, if I can give you anything else, I also have some testimonials from Duke Energy talking about how we were able to help them. So if that makes you more comfortable, I can leave that with you as well.
That's great. Yeah, that's great. Let me look over some things and then we can kind of go from there.
Okay, well, I'll be reaching out to you. Here's my business card.
That
Feel free
sounds
to reach
great.
out to me for anything.
Okay.
But it was a pleasure meeting with you, and I look forward to the
Thanks,
next
Ron.
time.
Appreciate it. Yeah, take
Good
care.
speaking with you.
Great speaking with you.